Hey everybody. I do a lot of thinking. Sometimes I got a lot of time on my hands. I think about a lot of things, man. Like why I'm here. What's my purpose in life? Is this my destiny to work the rest of my life until I'm 70, 80, and then whatever, die, whatever? Is that my destiny? I mean, what is it that I'm supposed to do here? It's got to be something more than this. I could be a rich man, I could be a poor man. It's like, what do you do with your time while you're here? Think about a lot of stuff, man. Also think about church, believe it or not. I think about church. I'm like, man, we got all these different preachers out here, all these different religions, Islam, Buddhism, Christianity. We got a lot of different religions out there. They all talk about something different. Some of them similar. They talk about the same, same stories of the Bible. You think about it. I'm just gonna come out and say it. Heck, I don't believe in the Bible. I'm sorry, I don't. There's too many flaws in it. How do we know that the people in the Bible, witnessed this and seen really, how do we know they telling the truth about what had happened, what happened? Because you got so many different versions. You got people say Jesus was a black man. People say Jesus was a white man. How do we know that this really took place? Really, we don't. And you might say, well, Danny, have faith. Have faith. You got to. That's where faith comes from. Believing and not seeing. But I understand what you're saying. I understand that. Okay? I understand the faith process. But how can you tell me that you're a preacher and in the middle of a service you can say that you just got a message from God? Because if God talked to you like that, why is it that you can't go to God and stop all violence, stop all poverty, stop people from getting killed? Why is, if you got a contact like that, if you got a direct contact with God, then why we got these trials and tribulations of this world? If these pastors really talk to God like that, and he got a direct communication with the Almighty. Who's telling the truth? Is it just to get money from the congregation that you can make yourself feel powerful like that? Why you can't stop some of the tragedies that's happening out here in this world? I believe in God. Don't get me wrong. I believe in God. But I believe there's more than one God. I don't believe that God created one. I don't believe that God created one human, that he created humans to look like in his own image. What they say that what the Bible says, that God created man in his own image. I don't believe in that. I believe it's multiple gods. Because if it wasn't multiple gods, then if it wasn't multiple creators, then why we all don't look alike? Why we all don't look alike? You tell me. Why I don't look like a Mexican? Why I don't look like a Chinese man? Why I don't look like a Caucasian man? That's why I believe there's more than one God. And I also believe that if human beings originated from this planet, why we wasn't here billions of years ago with the dinosaurs? Just not adding up. Why we didn't walk the earth then? Just, think about stuff like that. Did we originate from this earth? Did, I think that, believe it or not, I think that every race of humans got their own planet because the universe is so big out there. You got billions of stars out there that's circling, that planets are circling in these stars. They call it the exoplanets. The Milky Way, we ain't even touched the surface. I mean, we just barely discovered some of the stuff that's in the Milky Way. We know what's in our solar system, but we don't know what's in the other galaxies out there. And we already established there's a million galaxies out there. Milky Way galaxy ain't the only galaxy out there. I don't know. One reason why I don't go to church, because I believe it's a control thing. It's all about control. But I know it's all about control. Because you tell me, why do we got to give 10% offerings? Why we got to give offerings? Why is that? Why, if this is God, why do we need our money if He created everything? Well, you say, well, that He needs the church. We need the 10% is for the church, so it can operate. We need to keep His house intact. Well, then tell me this: if that's the case, and just like I said, you got a lot of pastors that say they talk to God on a routine basis. Why everybody in that church, in that congregation, ain't millionaires, ain't rich? Because everybody want riches, everybody want glory, everybody wants stuff. Why everybody in any congregation, in any religion? I mean, why is people suffering? Why does the world suffer? Don't get me wrong, because everybody ain't suffering out here. You got billionaires, you got people out there that's getting money, that's doing it, that's famous. They paid. They not suffering. We got, I believe in different things, man. I can't get caught up in a box, I can't get caught up in a box. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't agree with having to go to church Wednesday, Sundays to hear the same message over and over again. That you say, that you say you're going to heaven, that that I don't gotta keep hearing the same thing. If I know where I'm going, then that's where I'm going. And it killed me when people say, that, man, you just the devil, man. You don't know God. But you got a pastor to say he know God and talk to God. What is that? Okay. Oh, you just going to hell. Who knows what hell look like? Had anybody ever been to hell that lived and talked about it? Talked about hell? They say that Jesus went to hell and grabbed the keys to the gates, whatever. Grabbed the keys. However the story go, but where is Jesus now? How long do we gotta wait till God return and snatch up His people? What I do think is, when you leave this earth, I think you go back to your home planet and where you're from. And that's why I'm a strong believer in that. I'm a strong believer in energy. I mean, you're a life force. You're a spirit. You're a life form. We're conscious people. We're conscious beings. Remember this: energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed to something else. So you can't be destroyed. You can't destroy this life form. You can't destroy my spirit. You can destroy this body, but you can't destroy my spirit. It could just go back to the Creator. The Creator of the planet that I'm from. I don't believe that my DNA originated from planet Earth. I don't. Because if it did, we'd been here billions of years ago. Man would have been here. But if you know a pastor, and you know you got a church that you go to, why don't you ask them that question? Why we don't look alike? Why every race don't speak the same language? And I don't want to hear that story of the tower was built and everybody got together to build one tower to try to reach God, and it got destroyed. That's why we all speak different languages. No, that's a story. There's like a lot of the stuff in the Bible is stories of people. I think a lot of people make that stuff up. Honestly, I do. Well, that's, you know, you may say I'm crazy or I got too much time on my hands, but man, but think about it. Why is it that you can be in the middle of a church service and the pastor all of a sudden says that God is speaking to him right now? He says you need to give $500, no less than $500. Tell me, why would God say that? Why would God even need that? You tell me that. And then people get up and do it because they feel if they don't do it, they're going to go to hell, wherever that is, or if it's a place or not. To me, church is all about control. I think we all got God powers, because think about this. If I cut myself right now, my body will heal, will start the healing process. That's miraculous. I mean, that's very well done. Our bodies are self-healing mechanisms. Our body can heal itself when it's hurt. We all got God powers. We just can't fly or whatever. We can't, you know, transform and be somewhere else, you know. We just don't have that type of energy and power, whatever. No, our bodies are self-healing mechanisms. We were built like that. And we got some smart people out there that's very smart. And they probably think the same way I'm thinking, you know. But probably just too scared to say it and speak about it, because they think they're going to go to hell. But where is hell? Have you seen hell? You tell me one person that met the devil and talked about it, and whatever he looked like. I had a lot of people say I'm the devil. Do I look like the devil? I think people need to open their minds, man. Open their minds. It's all about control. Think about it. If the world didn't have religion, you know how messed up it would really be out here? If the world didn't have religion, we need something to control us. We need something to control us. Alright, I'll get back with you later. I gotta answer my other phone.